So, right away I was kind of given to understand that what was happening to me was not anything that I needed to fear. It wasn't designed, it wasn't an attack, but it was definitely strange, and it was definitely a presence. And so I tentatively decided not to freak out, but I was very curious what was happening to me. Now the experience was something like, it was very sort of gradual, but building in intensity very quickly, very rapidly. And at first you're sort of wondering, like, is this real? Is this really happening to me? And you're very curious, and I've heard other people describe this. As I've read, I've heard people who were experiencing a UFO contact, or any kind of spiritual experience through meditation, through seeking something to happen, and then this begins to happen to them through drugs, maybe. I don't know. There's even a guy who wrote a book called Cosmic Trigger. I can't remember his name right now. And he describes this experience. And he even sought the same experience on subsequent, exhibitions or into the supernatural and trying to make it happen again. And so he described exactly what I experienced. But I've heard it described as a hum, a buzz, a dizziness, a vibration, and all you know is it starts rather small and builds very quickly until it completely surrounds you. And like I said, I was afraid, but told it's not designed to be anything to be afraid of. And then I began to be aware of a second, almost a second opinion, a second presence. And the first presence I'm describing, that buzz, was rather external, coming from without over me, out there to me. This next little piece of information that I got seemed to come from inside of me, if that makes any sense. And it was decidedly different in that it was good. This buzz, this thing coming off this album at me, was decidedly dark. Black Sabbath, Satan, the devil, was very dark and mysterious. And then I felt, as I was questioning, what is this, what is happening, I had another voice speak to me that I now believe to be Jesus Christ. And he said to me, you can end this experience right now by turning the record off. First shake yourself out of the trance or whatever it is. Just give yourself a good shake by an act of your will. Just refuse it. Turn the record off, take the needle off the album, which goes without saying, I didn't say this, but obviously it was a record album, it wasn't a CD back then. We're talking like mid-70s when this happened, early to mid-70s. So he said you could shake yourself out of this trance, you could take the record off and run outside, and it would end and it would be over. And so I was standing there having to decide what the heck to do now. And I guess I thought, okay, I have this decision to make. And I was trying to decide, if this thing's not trying to attack me and it's not going to harm me, what's the harm in finding out more what it's all about? Because I thought, yeah, sure, maybe I was going to do that. I was going to just shake myself out of this buzz, get it off, and then turn the record off, run outside, and think, wow, that was a close one. A close one of what? Because almost as quickly as I was about to do that, on the other side said, yeah, but if you do that, you might never know what this is all about.